Let's try to throw the sticks into the corner and see what it does. Oh yeah. Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to John's RC. So today I'm really excited to show you guys this awesome little E-Flite airplane. This is the E-Flite Valiant. Now this is not actually mine, this is my dad's, and he chose this airplane to hone his airplane flying skills. That was one of his New Year's resolutions, to get better with RC flying. That includes both helicopters and airplanes. So he chose this for his first step on the airplane side. So this is a high wing beginner and kind of sporty type airplane that has a wide flat envelope. That's what it's marketed as, so I'm hoping it still flies that way in the air. But yeah, so this model came as a BNF, so that means I had to supply myself with my own transmitter. I'm using my Spektrum NX10. You also have to supply yourself with your own flight battery and flight battery charger. So my battery of choice for today's flight is going to be a Spektrum Smart 3S 2200 mAh battery pack with a 50C discharge rate. And yeah, so this model has a wingspan of 1260 millimeters, it has a length of 1030 millimeters, and with the battery installed, it has a flying weight of 1340 millimeters.
Grams.
Oh, sorry, 1340 grams. Now, the motor that's installed is a 1350 kV brushless outrunner motor, and because it's a 3-cell bird, it's a 30 amp ESC. It's a 5-channel, or technically a 6-channel plane, because you have your throttle, ailerons, elevator, rudder, and you also have flaps. That's really nice. But this bird is also, the receiver also includes Safe Select, and if you want to program that in, you don't have to. If you want to program that in, it's going to take up a 6th channel on your transmitter, and I just have it set to my A switch right here. So the build for this model was fairly simple. You start off by installing the landing gear, and you can see, hold on, if I can show you where it's screwed in. Let me just take off the battery hatch. The battery compartment is on the bottom. I don't typically like these, but I guess it is what it is. So it screws on to the little under part of the fuselage, and you just put the battery on top of that, and then you have to just put in the battery compartment in again. So that's the first step. And then the second part of the build is the tail assembly. So I'm just juggling things around here. The tail assembly is also simple, but you do have to put some tape on some parts. So you start by fusing together the vertical stabilizer and the horizontal stabilizer. There's 2 little holes on the horizontal, and the vertical stabilizer just sticks into those holes. So it's just one part, and then there's a little slot here that you can see. You just stick the little tail part that you made, and then you just stick it into this hole so it fits flush. And then on the underside of the fuselage, there are 2 holes here that you have to screw on, and then there's this little joiner screw right here that you can see that you have to also screw on, so it joins the vertical stabilizer too. So be aware of that. And even with the 2 screws, the tail part is still kind of wobbly. So what we did was just put in some packaging tape on the bottom here. Sorry, I'm flipping it over again, but you can see there is some packaging tape there because it was still a little wobbly, and that's not the manufacturer's fault. That's what the manual said to do. So yeah, the third step is the wing. So the wing is quite large, so there is of course going to be a spar. There's actually 2 spars. The smaller spar goes on the rear side of the wing, and the larger spar goes in the front. So you join the two wings together. There's actually cables where the spars go, so you have to take out the cables and then you kind of just fit them into the fuselage, you plug them in, and then there's this little joiner harness type thing so you stick the wings together and then you put the harness in to secure it, and then there's 4 screws that go right here and just to tighten it up. And I think that's the entire build. Yeah, the build was fairly simple, so yeah, I think that's it for me. So let's go and do the Maiden. Alright guys, I have the Valiant plugged in with the battery. I said it's a 3-cell 2200 with the 50C discharge rate. So I'm going to do a quick ground check before I take off. So I have right, left, up, and down, left, right. And I have my throttle. I also have my flaps. And yep, safe select is working. I'll pull my takeoff flaps. Seems that the rudder authority is very low. I might have to increase the rates on the rudder. Yeah, sorry. Really low rudder authority. Okay. I am going to take off. I'm going to be taking off with safe. Okay, flaps up. So, with safe select you get your usual stuff. So, when you let go of the sticks, it's going to level the plane out back to center. It's not going back to center because I need to trim it, I think. But yeah, it's a nice slow flyer with safe. So you can see I'm lugging around the sticks and then it just goes back to center for me. And it's really nice. It's ideal for beginners. Just basically flies the plane around for you and you just need to toss around the sticks. And you know, I get the point of safe. It's really nice, but I wouldn't say to rely on safe too much. And you should probably get some time on the simulator without safe or without any type of gyro. Because if you learn with safe, then you're going to be generating some bad habits. So I just want to make that clear, that although safe will be good short term, like, yeah, you'll be able to fly the plane, get it off the ground, get it onto the ground. Long term, it's not going to be very beneficial for you. So I'm going to flick off safe so I can trim the spurt out. Whoa. It's like ailerons are quite untrimmed. So for my rudder, it's doing this inverse thing. Okay, I think we're good. You get some pretty good authority. Lag her around. It looks like the vertical climb is not unlimited. It looks like it kind of stops. She feels very good though, I will say that. You know, I've seen some members at the field fly this bird. I don't think they come here anymore, but they've had this bird for quite a while. And I've seen them bash it around, had a couple crashes, and the thing held up. Like, sometimes it would come apart, you'd put glue back on, and she's back to normal. So I would say that if you're getting into the hobby with some flight experience, just very little flight experience, and you can probably fly this. because the throws on it are obviously not the highest. It's not going to be some crazy 3D bird, but it's a very forgiving throw. She's very stable once you get her trimmed out. Looks pretty cool. Whew. Alright, let's try some throw the sticks into the corner and see what it does. Oh yeah. Now let's try some inverted. Haven't been going inverted with this thing. Nice. I have my timer set to 5 minutes, but I'm sure you can get a longer flight time. I'll measure out the battery for you. Yeah, my timer just elapsed. Flies great though, very stable. And she can fly in some confined spaces, sorry. Would make a nice little park flyer. Okay, it's going for a landing. I'll put my landing flaps. Hands are starting to get cold. Whoa. Drive her down. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come back around, sorry. Alright. Oh, it's kind of a bad approach. So I'm slowing down. Let's go a bit further out. There we go. Sorry, I had to go around. Okay, I can see that the rudder authority is actually not bad. I just have to drive her with the tail a lot more. And the authority is definitely higher with safe. It's like exponentially higher. Oops. Okay, so that was my maiden flight with the E-Flite Valiant. She flies very, very good. I can see how she can have quite a large flight envelope. I went around, flew her with safe, did a couple passes, and I explained how safe works and why it can't be very good long term, but it is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I kind of threw around with my safe off. I did my usual routine. I did my inverted, my rolls, and I did my throw the sticks in the corner and see what happens. So yeah, I think we can go in for one more flight. We'll do quite a short one because this one was a little long, but yeah.
Awesome maiden, John. Great job. All right, guys, it's my turn. And I haven't flown an RC airplane since the T-28, that yellow plane. So this does have safe, and this is one of my New Year's resolution was to get back into RC with John instead of just being behind the camera. So here we go. All right, throttle cut off. Oh man, I can't even get her centered. All right, take it off. Ready? Okay, so that was a horrible takeoff. I don't know what happened. Well, on safe select, the plane basically flies itself. I'm just making minimal movements. But I'm too high, so I don't know if you can catch it on camera. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty docile. Pretty slow for me, which is great. And seems to go straight. All right, let me try her out without safe select. Maybe when I'm on a straightaway, not now. All right, take it off. Oh yeah, she's definitely very maneuverable. Every little thing I do on the stick gets counted. Oh yeah.
Nice.
She's definitely comes alive when you take off safe select. It's like she wants to fly, but safe select is prohibiting her. And she really wants to fly. Maybe I can try a loop, John?
Yeah, do it on the tree side and go a little higher.
Here we go. Full power. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay, back to safe select.
Oh, where did you go? There.
So the question is, how am I going to get her down?
Slow her down. Just float her down.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, I didn't crash. Let me go grab the bird.
Very good. That's great.
Alright guys, well, horrible takeoff, horrible landing, but I got her back down in one piece, be it a little dirty, but overall I think I can definitely learn to fly with her. I mean, I have the basic skills to fly, but it's been probably almost 9 months since I touched an RC plane, at least in real life anyway. I was flying them on Real Flight Simulator, but this is the first time I've flown an RC plane in probably close to almost a year. So not too bad, and I'm happy that we purchased her, and hopefully on my next video with her I can actually have a good takeoff and a good landing for you guys. All right, thanks for joining us today at John's RC. We'll see you guys at the next video.
Nice.
Bye now.
You did good.
Thank you. That was
Successful, Maiden.
Can I cut?
Come on.
yeah, cut.
That was, I mean,